Is this thing on? Hello and welcome to the Pub Footy Podcast. We are back, season 2 of the Pub Footy Podcast. I'm with the boy, Coach Sean Martinez, wearing his God knows how old Sporting jersey. Johnny, how you doing?
Fantastic. Happy to be back. It's been a fucking while.
We had big plans. We had big plans for the summer. We said we might do a podcast every day talking about summer transfers, and I feel like the Club World Cup hit, and we were just gassed, and we needed a little break. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I think the holiday treated us well. I was away in Europe, and then the week after that, you were away for a couple weeks in Europe. So I think we got a nice little recharge, get the battery going again. Here we go. I think it's for the best.
We needed it. We needed it, and maybe in Europe, you finally figured out how to pronounce, Viktor Gyökeres' name, because you've been butchering it for the last how many podcasts, and then I'm going by the way you pronounce it, and then I'm like, "Wait a second, this doesn't sound right," and then I finally hear how it's pronounced, and I'm like, "This is
Gyökeres.
Gyökeres." I don't know,
Victor Gyökeres. Gyökeres.
we're probably still gonna mess it up however many times, but
Guys,
the
fucking.
boy is finally delivering. I mean, wow, there's been so much with the transfer windows. Transfer window this summer felt like, FIFA video game, EA or EA, what is it? EAFC now these days.
Yeah,
But transfers galore. We'll talk about the transfers in a bit. Obviously, this is week 2 of the season of the 2025-2026 season, the season right before the big dance, the World Cup, the FIFA World Cup coming to the US in 2026. Yeah, I mean, we already had some late victories, some good victories by your boys, the Arsenal. I had a few things I wanted to talk about. Obviously, we could do like the Prem, Serie A, La Liga updates.
yeah,
Young stars making headlines. I feel like that's
dude.
been a real focus for me in these last 2 weeks, right? The first 2 weeks of the season, we had Arsenal's Dalman, Liverpool's Rio, who had quite the tuck to score today against Newcastle, and then Como's Nico Paz. Listen, I don't watch a lot of Como games, but wow,
Kids class.
his assist and free kick over the
Yep.
weekend was something to watch. And then maybe at the end we could talk about Angel Di Maria scoring in the Clásico in Argentina, scoring an absolute worldie of a free kick. So
Yep.
lots to talk about. Let's do the new signings, right? New signings everywhere, right? A lot from your
Yeah.
boys. Obviously, the Victor. Who else came for Arsenal this season?
Arsenal this year weren't playing around, especially because of what happened last year in terms of not having enough depth when guys got injured. So Andrea Berta wasn't playing any games. Guy came in, stood on business. We signed Mosquera, who is a center back from Valencia, 21 years old, I believe. Also plays right back, so he plays both. In preseason, he did that. We signed Zuamendi, who's plays a six, who's been flying the first 2 games and over preseason from Real Sociedad. We signed, who else did we sign? We were able to sign Victor, which is another one, which is a late one. And I have to look over it again. It was like 6 signings that we were able to get. Signed Noni Madueke
That's right.
From Chelsea. So that was massive in terms of providing depth, even though people were not happy about that. We got Eze this past weekend. And I think that for us, I think for the fan base itself, it was like I think a sigh of relief in terms of finding someone who's creative because I think we've been
Yeah.
struggling with that creative aspect. And then we get, like I said, we got Victor, who I think was the bargain of the summer transfer window. Because well, a guy had like 90 goals over 2 seasons, and we were able to sign him for 63.5 million. And for strikers these days, even when they put away 15 in their own domestic league, they go for like 90 million. So I
Yeah.
think he was the
Yeah.
steal of the transfer window. We also got Kepa from Bournemouth, who's our backup keeper. So I think he was the guy I was missing. But
Depth everywhere, and let's not forget that Victor snubbed his former coach, right, Ruben
yep,
Amorim,
he said
who's
nope, he does not want to play for them.
who's also not the best start for United in these first 2 games. And then obviously we're American Ecuadorian. We got to talk about the link of Piero Hincapie this morning. We'll get to that in a second. But
Dude,
with all the new signings, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, again, Arsenal had a lot of signings. Luis Diaz goes to Bayern Munich. United made all these signings, right? Bueno, Cunha,
Cunha, Sesko.
Sesko, Chelsea obviously did a lot of damage, right, in this in this transfer window as well. Who are you most excited about? I already know your answer, but I want you to give a nice like 1 to 2 minute spiel on why that signing was important for you guys.
I think 1 to 2 minute spiel. I think right now, I think the Eze signing for us is probably going to be our most important one. Just because I think he's going to give us that creative, fluid football that I think we've been wanting and needing for the last couple seasons. I know Martin Odegaard gave it to us a little bit at the beginning. He's been kind of inconsistent the last year and a half, but he's my captain. I've been, I back him every single time. But I think Eze giving us that creativity on the left hand side, who then, Martinelli probably be a backup guy who I love to death. I've talked about it on the pod, but he just doesn't give us that final product that we need to go win something. And I think this year is probably going to be the year. If we don't win anything, I think Mikel might be on the chopping block. So I think Eze is going to give us that push
Yeah.
to hopefully cross the line. I think he's in his prime. He's 27, prolific in terms of where he plays, creative, can score goals, can really put the team on his back when needed. So I think he's right now, I think for me, our most important one. But then you have Victor too.
Yeah,
We've been screaming for a 9. We've been
exactly.
screaming for a goal scorer. I like a midfielder, right? I have more, I guess, a little bit more bias to my midfielders because I play midfield. But Victor, I guess Victor's another one. I think those two are our biggest signings because we just need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. And I think this weekend he showed that.
Do we know why he does the signature? I for me, I think it looks like Bane, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
I think the inspo behind that was that I think he
Was
said that
Bane?
nobody. I think in regards to that, I think it kind of ties in a little bit if you really want to deep dive into it. But I think he said that no one really knew who he was until I guess he made the move from Coventry to Sporting. So I think that's kind of like like it represents that. So,
Was
but
he also born in the darkness like Bane?
dude, this guy's gonna he's got everybody,
He's
and they're
built like Bane a little bit.
bro. He's got I don't know, bro. He's got like a belly on him, strong ass belly like Bane. Dude, I promise you, I saw him sprint for the ball this weekend, and like I don't know if the shirt's too tight or something, but his belly's poking, looks strong as hell. I'm like, dude, this guy is a fucking animal.
His
But he's just like
first
a bully.
his first goal too, how he like cuts in. It didn't seem it wasn't a fast cut, but it got the job done.
It wasn't fast. It didn't look clean.
No,
It didn't look like this like fat like this nice joga
it didn't look
bonito
like
cut in.
it didn't look like Thierry Henry. Tell you that.
No, dude, it just looked like a guy who just wanted to just fucking break through a fucking brick wall and just get in the box and just fucking hit it. And he just couldn't. And when he hits it, he doesn't really hit it with like a precision or like accuracy. I think he just kind of fucking tries to put his foot through the ball and
Yeah.
it goes back to the back of the net.
Yeah.
Same with his PK. The PK, he just fucking demolished the ball,
My
just trying to
brother
bury a hole in there.
my brother who was a forward always said like a forward knows where the goal is, right? So they don't need to lift their head up and like they know their awareness in the box. They know where the keeper might be positioned in that moment. They just know, right? He had a good feel, right? He cuts in. He could have bent it far post, but
Yeah, fuck.
just puts his foot through and tucks it in first post and
And you could see what it meant to him. He's like, I got my first one, and he
yeah,
was fucking buzzing, and the guys around him were buzzing.
they rallied.
The stadium was buzzing. The fans are fucking like over the top. I see memes now that Arsenal fans just hitting his celebration to everything they do.
It's
So it's
so
like
good.
they can't, yeah, they just can't they can't get sick of it. People are gonna fucking hate it by the end of the season.
100%.
People are gonna fucking hate the celebration.
All right. Let me I'll maybe answer the question, but then I'll also flip it back to you as one of the signings that I'm most excited about. I like Diaz to Bayern, right? Like
That's a good one.
I feel like it's just a solid one. I feel with the absence of Musiala, they really need somebody to step up, and you saw that he did, right? They obviously blew whoever they played out recently.
I think
Um,
Leipzig.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
He got his goal there. I think Kane had a few, but I like Diaz there. He's obviously you forget how experienced he is playing for Liverpool, playing in the Prem, playing big minutes for them. So listen, I don't know if it's going to get Bayern over the hump, but it's just exciting to see, the South American get some reps on a different team, different jersey, and already kind of, putting a good foot forward early on. But I did want to ask you about the Alexander Isak sweepstakes with Liverpool and Newcastle. You saw the game today. Liverpool
The cu-
sneaked one away at
the
the
fucking the custody match,
at the ruckus St. James Park today. So what happened?
dude. It was St. James was buzzing. I thought the stadium was gonna explode up at any second because they
Dope
were just
stadium.
so loud. But yeah, one, it's a phenomenal stadium, and the fans. Obviously, with what's going on with Isak and all this BS with Liverpool, I already knew this match was gonna be insane from the get go. I'm like this. I'm like, first of all, Newcastle have probably pissed like fuck this guy, fuck this club, and then like we're just gonna go out and try to. Basically, I think murder these guys, and that's what they did. They just couldn't finish their chances off, and that's what kind of messed them up, I think. And then Gordon getting a red card, but the Newcastle players were all about the business today. They worked so hard. Unfortunately, there was just some quality that Liverpool has that Newcastle doesn't have. They were able to score 2 goals, one at the end of the half, or like right before the end of the half, and then one in the beginning of the second half. But then Liverpool figured it out. Not Liverpool, Newcastle figured it out. They were just you would have been surprised the team that was playing with 10. Liverpool looked like they were a man down. They did not look good. Hey, you can say what you want to say. If you watch the game, if you're a Liverpool fan, you're like, you know what? Thank goodness we snuck out of there with something, and to sneak out of there with 3 points
Big time. Big
with the
time.
way you play. Exactly.
And they
Big
and
time
they
away.
and they it was away, and they also snuck the first game out, right, at home
Same thing.
with the Chiesa late last minute goal as well. So I mean, it is a new Liverpool side. To me, it feels different seeing this Liverpool side, right, compared to the previous years. They look like a completely new team, in my opinion, just because I'm used to seeing different players on this team. But you can tell that it's still early in the season. They still need to figure it out, right? The chemistry, the cohesion, how to play, but they still got away with those 2 wins. So, right, the heart of a champion, champion's luck, you call it
Yeah.
whatever you want, but for them to not play as well, but still get 6 points, massive.
Huge, because we were saying this in a few group chats. Like Salah, that game smelled like a Salah game winner at like the 100th minute. Like he didn't do anything all game, but then he comes up big with the assist. Guy's ghost all game. Guy barely on the ball, but then that little sequence where I think
Great
Newcastle's
play. Wow.
and in the plus 11 minutes, I think Newcastle's dominating 10 of those minutes. And then that kind of like minute and some change, that sequence where they're just knock, knock, knock. And then that one-time ball from Salah with his right foot to Dominic. And then Dominic,
So
just the
smart.
ability. Dude, that's probably the most, for me, I love a good dummy.
The
And
best.
honestly,
It's the
that
best.
was such a perfect dummy. I was like, I knew he was gonna do it. First of all, the
Yeah.
ball came. I'm like, oh, he's gonna fucking hit a dummy, and then and then it's just perfect for Rio.
Yeah. I mean,
And he just,
great composure still. Great
yes,
composure to tuck it, and he tucks it. It wasn't a soft tuck. He
no,
bangs it. He
fucking hits it well.
puts his whole might through that inside foot.
Yeah, and they were just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just moments like that, right, where their ability to be great during moments of a game gets them the 3 points. Now, I think Newcastle probably should have managed those last couple of minutes better? I don't know. They were really good for those 10 of those 11 added minutes, so it sucks. But
What even happened that there was so much extra time?
I think one of the Newcastle players went down. I forgot who it was. Caught an elbow from Virgil,
Got it.
and it wastes a lot of time. I didn't think they were gonna give him 11 minutes. I thought it was gonna be like maybe 7 to 8, maybe
Yeah.
if that. But I mean, it is what it is. What was it? I didn't think Wirtz was good. Again, I think he's 0-2 for his first 2 games.
Struggling.
Yeah, but I think people say give him time to adjust. But he's 150 million pounds or 150
Right.
million dollars.
Right.
So it's hard to give someone that leniency, that leeway. If it was anyone else,
They did pay big money for him.
yeah, like let's say an Arsenal player was signed for 150 million and has 2 bad games, oh, the internet would just blow up. So I mean, do you give him time? Yeah, of course. I mean, he's coming from the Bundesliga, which is significantly, I think, not an aggressive league compared to the Prem. I think technically,
Different.
yeah, I think technically the Bundesliga has it. There's some really good technical players, but I think the speed and the aggression of the Prem, you can see that he's struggling. I thought he was getting bullied today in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
There was moments where he was just getting pushed off the ball. He was giving balls away. He got pulled off at like I think the 77th minute. So I don't think he played well today. He played good against Bournemouth, which is also another game they dropped. Like you said, they were up 2-0. They gave away 2 goals. So maybe defensively they have their woes. So
They'll figure it
we'll
out.
see.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah,
There were 2 other games that I wanna highlight real quick in the Prem before we move on. Chelsea was also a team that scored 5 goals, in their victory over West Ham. It was a game that I watched, early on the Saturday, and, West Ham was actually up, right? Because
1-0.
Paqueta scored a blast, right?
Detonator.
Left foot, just ridiculous goal. And you thought there was something there, but Chelsea was just too good, man. Too good in the day.
Yeah,
Too
West
good,
Ham don't look good.
and Cole Palmer goes down, right, in the warm-ups. Estival comes on, right,
Good game from him.
great game, young it was he the youngest player to debut or to assist, or both?
Maybe,
We can
maybe for Chelsea.
For Chelsea.
I think so.
We can
To
fact check
assist,
it. Yeah, we can fact
yeah,
check it, but Estival on that one assist was class to Enzo.
to Enzo.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, he was good. He
class.
was very, very good. I like him.
So, it was almost blessing in disguise, right? 'Cause Cole Palmer will be back, right, in the lineup probably sooner rather than later, but it's good to see Estival really shine early
Yeah,
on.
at least someone you can rely on if you're Chelsea, right?
Yeah, and also I do wanna point out because they were very front heavy, right? Like, they use Enzo and Caicedo as a 6, and then up top, it's like they have Pedro playing the 10, Joao Pedro playing the 10, and then they have the 3 up top.
Yeah,
The
I think they
Delap,
had
Estival, and, Neto
Neto. Yeah,
on the left. So for me, I felt it was very attack heavy.
yeah,
'Cause that's like that's a formation I'd play on FIFA, right? But what I really enjoyed about watching them play was Delap actually. And dude, Neto, you gotta just anybody that plays winger has to watch that man just work for 90 minutes. It's insane. It's insane his work rate. Up and
yeah.
down, up and
I
down, up and
agree.
down. I mean, we saw it. We saw it live at the Club World Cup,
Yeah,
what he was doing. But another insane game by Neto. But Delap, he's like a very typical like hold up forward. He's very good combining with Pedro and combining with Estival. So I don't know. It was a signing for me that obviously like Joao Pedro kind of took the shine away from him in the Club World Cup when he comes on, he scores those goals in the semifinal and the final. But good cohesion from them in that game to score the 5 goals.
yeah. We will see. I think they're looking to sign a defender. Because they're very attack heavy, so I
Mhm.
think they're looking. I think Colwell's out. I think ACL, so they're looking for a defender. I think so before the transfer window ends. But I know like Garnacho was linked, Xavi Simmons was linked. So I mean they're
Yeah,
looking
that's
for
right.
real attackers, which is odd. But
That's right.
I think they should look for a defender because I know they wanted. Well, they were supposedly linked to Hincapie,
Everybody is these days.
and I think that would have been a good signing for them.
I would agree.
Right? But they're not looking to sign another center back apparently. Or they were, now they're not.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, cool. Now that Arsenal and Tottenham are in the mix," he's like, "I kind of want to be keen on the Arsenal project."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he sees, Prem title and Champions League title kind of,
Yeah.
in the works for this season. And then the last game I wanna talk about is, Tottenham. Tottenham get the better of City, right? 2-0 at the Etihad. City look pretty shaky, in these first couple
That's good.
couple of games. What do you see from Spurs early on?
Just Thomas Frank. I think I'm a big Thomas Frank guy. I said it before. I like when him at Brentford. I always thought when like Arsenal went to Brentford, it was always a tough game.
Always.
Just because tactically how he sets up, I think he's a very defensive minded. His shape is always very, very disciplined. He plays a tight formation. He's huge on set pieces, right? Very route one set pieces, defensively sound, and his guys just work really hard for him. And you have to when you play that kind of formation because you're kind of receiving all that attacking pressures for teams that can do it. So I think they're very disciplined in that aspect. So I think against City, that's what they did. City made 2 mistakes, right?
Punish them.
They punished them, and even especially in the second one, you see that little high press. They high press, they won it back, and then boom, goal. So I think they're reaping their benefits from this new setup and tactically how they play from Thomas Frank. So I think that's huge for them. City didn't look good at all. They looked very bad on the ball. I did not. I was like, what? You wouldn't think they're
Very unlike.
unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't look like a Pep side because technically not sound. They're making really bad decisions on the ball. They're kicking the ball to certain parts of the field when they're not supposed to. It just looked really bad compared to the first week and then this week. But then Tottenham kind of always get the better of City in the last couple games. So it's like Tottenham kind of got their number. But I think also like Thomas Frank, I think bringing like kudos,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. Yeah, he's a beast. I don't even
He's
know how
so
they got him.
good. He wasn't really playing. Like his first season at West Ham, lights out. Second season, struggled with injury, inconsistent. And then I guess they just, you know what, this guy's healthy again, and they picked him
He's a
up. But I,
beast.
I
He's
thought
a
it was a
beast.
snag. That's a
Same. Me too.
insane snag from Tottenham.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is such a good pickup. I'm like, he's going to probably be one of their best players. One, because he's just good. Right? And two, I think he brings that kind of dynamic attacking spark that they need. And then they end up signing like Paulinho, which I thought was really good when he was on Fulham. I didn't think well, unfortunately, he didn't do well at Bayern, but I think he's really good. He's a beast in the middle of the park. And then they got like Brendan Johnson. They got other guys that are really good role players.
They have pieces.
Yeah, Cuti Romero, and then they have like what's it, Van de Beek. He's a monster too. So they have good players in certain parts of the field, and I think Thomas Frank is gonna be the guy that kind of gets them to gel as an actual cohesive unit this year. So I think they're gonna surprise people. I think the North London Derby is gonna be probably one of the best North London derbies that we're probably that we've experienced in a couple seasons. So I think that's going to be interesting, especially with us like taking Eze from them, and then now like Hincapie was linked to them, and now he wants to be with us. So like just a little things that kind of sprinkle there on those things that kind of make things better. But I think I don't want to say, but Thomas Frank for me, I'm a fan of Thomas Frank, so I think he's gonna help. He's gonna make them pretty interesting this season.
I mean, it's only up from them, right? Like,
Correct.
you can't be that much worse than what you did last season. So
Listen, they've only they scored 5, conceded 0 in 2 games.
yeah, yep.
So I think
Strong start.
defensively, they're looking to just keep building off that, and then I guess whatever they can score up top. Because I think they'll struggle trying to find goals, but I think defensively they're going to be tough to break down.
And I guess let's just add on to that right now with the link to Piero Hincapie. Hincapie this morning has been linked to not only Tottenham, but now also Arsenal. So we were talking about this in our group chat. Piero Hincapie is the Ecuadorian defender that right now plays for Bayern Leverkusen, for those who don't know. And linked to several Prem clubs. We were talking about in the group chat, right? Like you as an Arsenal fan would obviously love Piero to be a gunner, but we were saying, where is there room for him on a starting lineup? Maybe on a back three, or sorry, on a 3 center backs with the 2 wing backs, maybe,
Yeah,
because he's done that before. Does that with Ecuador, but Tottenham, he'll get more playing time. Tottenham has had a strong start to the season. They're defensively sound, as you mentioned. Adding Piero Hincapie to that would be fantastic. Him and Kuti back there, probably one of the better center back pairings in the Prem.
I think he'll play left. I think he'll probably play left back for Tottenham because I think they'll keep the Mickey whatever the fuck his name, Van de Beek or Van whatever. I think he'll start with Kuti because I think he's really good. I think if Piero does go to Tottenham, I think he'll play left back because I think who's their left back? DJ Spence.
Mhm.
I mean, he's not a natural outside back, so he's kind of
I see.
they kind of like adapted him to that position, and he's been doing pretty well. But I think Hincapie takes that. He definitely starts at Tottenham, in my opinion.
For
But
sure.
I think so, 100%,
For
because he
sure.
plays he can play that left back, and he's an overlapping left back. He likes to get forward. He's good on the ball. Makes
Very
good
versatile.
decisions. Yeah,
Yeah.
makes good decisions in the defensive third. Makes good decisions in the attacking third. So I think that would really benefit Tottenham. And I think going ahead, thinking about the World Cup and for Ecuador, I think him maximizing all his playing time would be ideal, right?
100%. 100%.
So
As an Ecuadorian fan, I can't have him being on the bench, especially he literally plays every single game for
for
Bayer
Leverkusen,
Leverkusen for how many years now? So
yeah,
for him to go for like a solidified starter to I don't know, like a rotating player on Arsenal. Yeah, Arsenal is fighting for Prem, Champions League. They need the depth. They have depth now, but I don't know. For me, I need him to play every game. But you could flip the coin, right? You could flip the coin and say, hey, he's not playing as much. He'll be better rested. He'll be ready to go for the World Cup. I don't know. It's tough to say.
Yeah, I think he'll thrive at Arsenal. I think he would be really good for us. I think he would obviously he will be the backup to Big Gabby, right? Magalhaes, because I think we need to sell Kiwior, and I think we want to sell Zinchenko. So it's Arteta likes the guy that can do both. He likes the guy that can do the left back position and also play as a center back. So I think it'd be big because just in case, we do have Calaflori and we do have Miles Lewis Skelly. Calaflori, when he's healthy, I think he's gonna be our left back. He's gonna start. He's so good, bro. I think he's so good. So, but I think like cup games, FA Cup games, even some Champions League games. I think
It's a
if
lot.
Piero comes on, I think he's gonna play a significant amount. I don't think he's not gonna not play, or get enough minutes. I think he'll play enough minutes. I think he'll play a lot, and I think he'll be exposed to some really good football.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, like from what I've been reading, he loves the project. He likes what Mikel has going on at the club, and obviously the quality of players has increased this season.
Big
So
time.
I think him being part of the group, I don't think it's gonna digress his progress or his form leading up to the World Cup. I think it's still gonna be beneficial, but obviously anyone who's preparing for the World Cup wants to play on a consistent basis. But I don't think I don't think it's gonna affect him in a negative way going into the World Cup.
Do you see Sorry, go ahead.
No, just because I think of the company he's around in terms of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
quality of players, quality of training, so I think that's still gonna be super good for him.
As an Arsenal fan, do you see him as a missing piece to get you over the hump, or does Eze already put you over the hump? And he's just like a
Missing
nice to have.
I mean, I kinda like the idea of having guys like 2 guys per position, the depth, because fucking Saka's already out for 4 weeks. It's fucking week 2, bro. It's week 2 and he's out for 4 weeks already. So
Yeah.
I think this having security and having that depth in positions, and he could play in multiple positions, makes me feel better. And I just think I think he's quality. I'm a
I mean,
fan
he's
of
class.
Hincapie. He's class. He's good, man. And obviously being Ecuadorian and being an Arsenal fan, I'm buzzing. I think this is great. I haven't bought my Arsenal jerseys. And honestly, I was thinking about getting the Eze jersey, but now if this guy
Yeah, no,
signs, I'm gonna have to get an Hincapie jersey.
have to.
I have to get an Hincapie jersey. So either way, for me, it's a win-win. I'm
Yeah.
gonna enjoy regardless.
I also think what helps is Arteta's ability to connect with him, Spanish speaking, right? He's just a great coach, connects with the
Yeah.
players. For Piero, he's still really young,
He
right?
23.
22, 23. Yeah, he's
What the
still
fuck?
yeah, no, he's been playing for Ecuador for forever, but he's still a really young player, right? So having Arteta be that guy to guide him, to mentor him, very different than having Thomas Frank, right? If you're an Ecuadorian, you want to go to somebody that you can
Yeah.
connect with, right? The assistant coaches, just the whole culture. I think it's a better fit for him. We'll see.
Yeah, and the guys are young.
Right.
Arsenal has a young team.
Young
Like
team.
if you look down the line, like our back four, I think the average is probably 23 years old. I think Gabi Magalhaes is the oldest guy. I think it's like 20 something, late 20s. But everyone else is in there like 23, 22. Miles Lewis Kelly 17. Like if he goes there, he can find himself in a good position in like a year or two to
Right.
be
To be the
that
guy.
guy
To be
in
the
that
guy.
back four line
Yeah.
or in that back three, whatever it is. But he can be one of those guys if he stays, if he wants to be part of that project. I think, like you said, we talk about him being this guy who's been in Europe for so long, who's won like he was undefeated under Xabi. He's
Yeah.
been playing for Ecuador for such a long time. Ecuador's progressing and he's getting better, and he's one of their main guys. And he's only 23 still.
Best defense in South America, right? Him and Bacho in the back.
Correct. So I mean, listen, it's very promising. 23 years old, competing in the Prem, the best league in the world, playing Champions League football, hoping that especially from last year, Arsenal going to semifinal, making a deep run in the Champions League. You never know. People get hurt all the time. He can see himself in that lineup, in that starting 11, if anything happens. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
listen,
you you
I'm
guys
excited for it.
you guys were playing with Kyriar in the back, right? Late in the Champions League, right? So
Correct. Yeah.
You need a Piero. Yeah, super exciting. Hopefully, we'll get some news sooner rather than later. I mean, if he goes to Arsenal, I'm gonna have to watch every Arsenal game, right?
Come on,
So I'll join the boat for a year or a couple.
come on.
And talking about youngsters, obviously we said it in the beginning, right? Youngsters are making headlines. We obviously mentioned Arsenal's Dowman, Liverpool's Rio, and Como's Nico Paz, and so many others, right? So many others are making waves, and Lamine Yamal doing Lamine Yamal things, scoring a goal in the first game in Barca's first match. Stick cut to the left foot, bar post, upper 90,
Yeah,
doing what he always does, and then
the usual.
the usual, and then forced a late own goal to seal the victory versus Levante over the weekend. So what is standing out to you right now as you see some of these youngsters coming out and about?
I just can't. I can't believe it. I don't understand where they're coming from and how they're being developed, or God's just sprinkling this like talent, and they're just kind of making the best of it. Like watching Max Dowman, he's 15 years old. I think his birthday's on the 1st of December.
That's
So
nuts.
he's literally a baby, and he is playing like a guy who's been. I mean, you can see the confidence on these kids. Him, Nico Paz, I think that's what it is. I think the confidence that these kids are just kind of oozing, with the support of their team, their managers, and they're able to display it on the pitch because it looks so good. These guys look fucking fantastic. And I wish I knew what the fuck they're eating for breakfast and for lunch and for dinner because
Yamal
I
looks bigger, man.
he does.
He
No,
looks taller. He looks bigger.
I think in the medical, they compared him from last season to this season's medical, and he put on some weight, but like
You
some
did.
good weight.
You
Yeah,
did.
so
No,
it
no,
looks
no, you
good.
did.
I mean, obviously he's still growing. It's fucking 17 years old. What how old is he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 17, 18.
The fuck. So
Yeah, I think he's,
and
I
same
think he,
with
I think I think he just turned 18.
yeah, like Max Dowman's a pretty big boy too. Like he's not small, but guy moves on the
I
ball
know.
so silky.
I love that
S
he's a lefty.
these lefties, bro. These
Hey,
fucking
man.
Did it yo, dude, it's I've always said it to you. I'm like, dude, something about lefties.
Silky.
It's just this. I don't know. If you know football, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's tough to put into words. You know a lefty in your life, you know he's a baller. Or at one point of his life, he was a baller, just silky on the ball, just different, different.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, he looks good. Obviously, I saw a lot of hype in the preseasons. I was obviously excited to see
He's good.
him, to see those. What did he play, like 25 minutes?
Over the weekend,
Yeah,
yeah, I think he came on like the 65th minute.
yeah, yeah,
He played a good amount. I
yeah.
think
He played a good
he's
amount. He helped concede the
got the
PK,
PK.
right?
Yep.
He had the one shot where he sliced top of the box.
Yep.
You could see it, right? Like you could already see signs, and you could see that, like, the team wants to play with him, right? Like they're
Yep.
pushing him, they're
They give him
urging
the
him,
ball.
they're urging him to go and just to have at it because they see it.
That's the key, though, right? That's the key. When you have guys on your team that believe in your ability and are willing to trust you and give you the ball every single time, no matter what. You can six take-ons, you win four of them, or you beat the defender four times. Those who cares about those two that you didn't beat him on? But we'll keep giving you the ball. Get your confidence, get your reps in, and you're doing it in a game, in a league game. Obviously, we have to win, and that trust is kind of just given and instilled in you. And dude, sky's the limit.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see England starting to, more lefties, Cole Palmer, him, Foden, right? They're starting to have more of these like
Dude,
special
there's
like
little
crafty players, right?
crafty players. I'm like, so someone said it. He's not fucking English. He's like Brazilian or something. He was like, same with Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, yo,
He moves different.
this guy. What do we say? Yo, Cole Palmer is like, where's his dad from? His dad's from some Caribbean island.
That's why he has that flair.
Dude, he's like, yeah, he's got something to him that I'm like, this guy is not English, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah. He,
guy's
he he's
just
got some spice. I mean, even in Argentina, like you see Nico Paz and you see Mastatuonu who plays for Madrid now, right? Like
Madrid.
both lefties, both crafty, but they're not like the Thiago Almadas and Lionel Messi's and Maradonas, like small lefties. They're like
Yeah,
taller.
bigger guys,
Paz looks like a basketball player. Like, like he's like lanky, tall.
lanky.
You know what I mean? So it's different, right? I don't know. You're seeing like the evolution of players and like the evolution of players in certain countries. Just even like Lamine Yamal in Spain, right? Like Spain, from what I remember, never really had a player like Yamal
Like Flair.
who looked like that, who can cut like that, lefty. Um,
Yeah,
not in some time, right?
I'm thinking.
So
No, they're more of like a structural, like kind of like tactical, by the book, and
Xavi,
they're
Iniesta,
format.
Fabregas,
Yeah,
Busquets.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of wingers. Pedro, like, but he's not Lamine Yamal. Come on. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, just the evolution of players and to see how them shining and thriving early on, incredible, incredible stuff.
Yeah, dude, Cole Palmer's dad's from Saint Kitts, Saint
Yeah, there
Kitts and
you go.
Nevis, Korea. Yeah, dude, it's. Bro, I said what I said to Carlos. I'm like, Cole Palmer and Declan Rice get the first invites to the cookout every year.
For sure, for sure.
Dude, those guys are just like just culturally diverse. Like
Now
they
that
know, they just know it, dude. It's just like, all right, guys, like these guys are just cut from a different cloth, and
good
especially Cole Palmer.
it's a good locker room
So
too in Arsenal now, right? Noni, Saka,
as a
Eze,
clean is it's a
Declan smiling ear to ear.
yeah. Best when Noni got signed and when Eze got signed, I know he was probably the happiest.
Thrilled.
Dude, that's like those are like his boys from England.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
him,
yeah.
Saka, even Miles, they're all like tight group, and you can tell. It just the link up that we didn't think we needed,
I know. I
especially
know.
for Arsenal fans, and it's
And to be honest, like, really good for England to have these players play together before the World Cup, right? And now you have Tuchel, who I think is one of the best coaches in the world right now. I love the way he sets up his teams and the confidence that he gives his teams. And I don't know. For me, like he has so many pieces now, right? That he can, and they're young, right? So he's obviously he's gonna build off of that. But it's good for England to have these players play together every day, right? It's like when you back in the day when you see like the Marquinhos and Thiago Silva's, right? They're playing club and country, which is why they're so fucking perfectly united. So it's big time for England to have these players play together.
and he's always at Tuchel's always at Arsenal games.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
always at Arsenal games, so
I
I
mean,
think
he has to be like
those players are all there,
well, but that's what I'm
almost
saying,
close,
like
right?
yeah. No, for sure.
So
Well, good stuff, man. We're excited. We're excited about the season. It's gonna be nuts. I feel like the season is the Prem, especially with so many changes, so many moves that happened. Arsenal, I feel pretty good about them. If I'm being honest, with the depth that they have. Liverpool's obviously a team that I think most like vet pundits have as like
they
the
do
one
have him as yep,
they have them as the title favorites, but I feel Arsenal's right there, and to be honest, Chelsea is right around there as well.
sneaky. They'll
They're
be
sne
sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, sneaky but not sneaky, right? Like they won the Club World Cup, but obviously they have their inconsistencies in the Prem, but they do look good. They do look good early on. They looked good early on last year, right? So let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I do feel like we're in for a really good season in the Prem, Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, Champions League, of course. A lot of good things to look forward to. Before we leave, I do want to make an announcement. We will do pods or we record the pods Mondays and Wednesdays. So that means we will be releasing pods Tuesdays and Thursdays now till the end of the season. Unless something tragic happens and we need another break, this will
Another
be
holiday.
the regular scheduled program moving forward. So
Come on.
more episodes, more content for you guys, and then hopefully Carlos gets some time off of work so we can get him
I
on the pod
know.
on Wednesday. Hey man, I feel that. I feel that we've all had those moments. I definitely had that over the summer as well. But
Hey,
exciting
we're
stuff.
back.
We are back. Very excited to give
Let's
you guys more
go.
more videos and more content. Please like and subscribe, share, do whatever you have to do. It was really great to see and to hear a lot of positive feedback from our first season of doing the pod, and even just like seeing people, friends of yours, Johnny, or acquaintances, like people coming up to us and saying that they watch the videos or they like the
Yeah.
videos or they listen to the YouTubes. It's really, I mean, for us, even if one person listens to it, like for us, that's enough, right? So really appreciate the support and yeah, super excited for this and we'll keep it going. Thanks
Here we
guys. We'll talk
go.
on the next one.
In a bit. Ooh, perfect.